Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The slot man in motion right. Swift going to try up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goff. Looking for right, and he finds him. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, 30 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall to about the 40-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Off play action. Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. He'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Goff picked off by his former teammate, LaMarcus Joyner. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. He had already had an interception earlier. Now, Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Zerline out now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Touchdown, Detroit! Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Running left, it's Hall. Able to slither by. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Lions will take over. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter, the rest of this game, very interesting. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Jets. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's right. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, he had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 88 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. To throw is Goff. That's caught at the 25. And in for the Lions touchdown. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Wilson. And this one too low.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Come on, set.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.